Bear down, Chicago Bears. This man right here is Caleb Williams, and he's been a lightning rod for opinion for a lot of people. However, Caleb Williams might just represent one of the more generational quarterbacks that we've seen in a very long time. I'm going to show you some analysis. I'm going to show you some of the plays that make Caleb Williams. And when we're done, we're going to know a little bit more about him and we're going to have a decision to make when it comes draft time. When you're looking for an athlete in the NFL, every coach, every general manager, every president, we're all looking for generational talent. We're looking for that guy that can take our team and improve upon everything that we have and turn us into the elite team that every fan hopes that the teams will be. This year, the Chicago Bears have the number one overall pick, and with it, an opportunity to draft a generational. Now, before we unpack all this, if you like this type of content, please make sure that you hit the like button, the subscribe button, the bell to be notified. And let's kick this off. Caleb Williams. We're going to go back just a little bit. We're going to talk about him. Caleb was born in 2021, played for Oklahoma for a short spell, and then went to USC. In his sophomore year, he won the 2022 Heisman Trophy, throwing for over 4,500 yards and 52 total touchdowns, that being a single season school record. And when we look at these stats, we start to see an elite, and I mean a very elite player. We see 4,537 yards off of 500 attempts with a 66.6 completion ratio, 9.1 yards per attempt. Folks, 9.1 yards per attempt is an absolutely astonishing rate of success for this young man. 42 touchdowns to 5 interceptions. And to top it off, 382 rushing yards. Now, Caleb came back from his Heisman Trophy winning campaign with a 2022 that ended after 12 games, 388 attempts for 3,633 yards, 9.4 yards per pass attempt. Guys, let that sink in just a little bit and think about the gravity of what I'm telling you. 388 attempts for 3,633 yards, 9.4 yards per attempt. This guy's averaging a first down every pass attempt almost. That is an incredible rate. Not only that, 30 touchdown passes and 5 interceptions and then 115 yards rushing. But I'm going to get to some of those rushing yards as we kind of unpack some of this. Now, we know at this point, Caleb Williams is a Heisman Trophy winning quarterback with 72 touchdowns and 10 interceptions over the past 2 years, 8,000 yards passing, 8,100 yards passing on average. This is an incredible elite athlete. And the question is Caleb Williams a generational talent? Well, if you're in the NFL, if you have a knock, is 6'1". Maybe that's not high enough to see over a line. Well, I would venture to say that might be prohibitive in certain rare circumstances, but in day to day, Caleb Williams is playing on USC. They're playing in the Pac 12. That's a league not unlike some of the better leagues in football with some of the better players in football. So I think that if he can succeed at the level that he's succeeding at USC, then most probably he can succeed at the NFL level at that height. 210 pounds means that he's pretty sturdy. So I think we're looking at a supreme athlete. We are looking at an elite guy. And I think that Caleb Williams is a very, very talented guy. But let's break this down just a little bit further because there are some knocks. There are things that the Chicago Bears have to be concerned about when they're making this draft. And remember, Caleb Williams is considered a generational talent for the purpose of this draft. Now, for many people, Marvin Harrison Jr. is the only generational talent. For others, Caleb Williams represents a generational, once in a lifetime type talent that any team is going to be fortunate to have. And it should be noted that many teams are chomping at the bit to trade with Chicago in order to just get an opportunity to draft this gentleman because of the talent that they see on the field. Now, does that translate into success? We've seen it. We saw that it translated to success. We saw 72 touchdowns, 10 interceptions over 2 years, 8,100 yards. The one knock, if you want to make a knock, and this is the only knock, is one of the problems that you've had with your previous quarterback was fumbles. Well, Caleb Williams also lost the ball 8 times in 12 games compared to Justin Fields, who fumbled the ball 10 times in 13 games. So there is a fair comparison to be made between these two guys. They like to scramble. They like to, if you will, they like to have that artistry of running the ball and staying alive and keeping themselves open. I'm going to show you a few plays here. I'm going to show you a breakdown of what Caleb Williams can do. And then when we're done looking at this, we're going to wrap this up in a pretty little bow. You guys are not going to believe some of the highlight reels that you see on Caleb Williams. All right, guys, let's take a quick look here at a Notre Dame play right now. You see Caleb Williams dropping back to pass, uh, getting just bombarded. Look at this, avoids. And this is something that we were told that nobody else could do but, one or two other people. Well, look at Caleb Williams making this look easy. This is the kind of talent that leads people to say this is a generational athlete. This guy absolutely annihilated this team on this run. Avoided the rush, stepped up into the pocket, moved outside of the pocket, freed himself up, found himself an open lane, took off, came down the field, followed his blockers for a nice gain and first down on a 2nd and 13 play. Now let's look at a play against the Washington Huskies as a testament to the ability of Caleb Williams. Just a quick look is all it takes, and you can see the ability to avoid, the ability to look downfield, the ability to find a receiver. And look, when you start to count this down, think about this pass rush. This pass rush is coming straight at him. He eludes the pass rush, finds the ability to look downfield, makes the throw, and gets the touchdown. This is an incredible play. Against UCLA, trailing 14 to nothing, this is Caleb Williams making plays. You can see from the snap. Remember, Latu, one of our guys, not getting picked up. And this is one of the more incredible plays that you will ever see. This is a monster of a touchdown play from a guy who's watching a pocket collapse around him, yet coming through to make the play. Let's watch this one more time. The pocket immediately starts to collapse. He steps up into it and makes the big throw. And what happens? He throws the ball where only his receiver can get it. His receiver gets open. His receiver makes all of the moves and cuts to get available and to close this out with a touchdown. An incredible play. And any team that has a guy like this will be lucky to have them. All right, now we're going to break this one down. This is just a fantastic play. I want you to watch. We're going to get some highlight on this. The ball snapped. We get the fake. So we've got a play action. Look at this. Avoids this rush before that guy gets in here. Look at this. This is off 1 foot. This is a 1 foot throw right over everybody and a bullet target right into. Look at this. This is a fantastic play right here. He makes the perfect read and the perfect throw in between two defenders to the only guy available to get the ball. This is the type of read. This is the type of thing that every NFL team is going to be jealous of, and you are watching it here from Caleb Williams. Now let's look at this set because this is a fantastic set. This is going to show you when Caleb Williams is looking at an option type play, what he's going to do with the ball. Look at this. Perfect read across the middle on the slant route to get the touchdown play. Look at this. Perfect read. 2 open receivers, 3 open receivers, and he finds the guy that makes the score, the guy with the points, the guy that moves the ball down the field the most. This is the kind of talent that Caleb Williams represents. So, guys, if you go look at a highlight reel of Caleb Williams, you are going to find a tremendous athlete, an incredible player. There has been some knocks. There have been some problems, and let's address those problems. Problem number 1, he painted his fingernails with FUCKUCLA for a rivalry game. So what? It's a rivalry game. And he wanted people to know that he wanted his team to win. He was being supportive to his teammates, to his fan base. This is a nothing burger. Nobody should at any point feel bad or weird about a passionate kid making a passionate move in a rivalry to try to get into the heads of the other team. Now, didn't work out, but it shouldn't be anything other than that. And then we have one more moment, which we'll discuss. And it's this right here. After a loss in which his team was no longer in contention for a national title, with despite his incredible play, I might add, he probably is no longer in contention for a Heisman, despite that everything that he had worked for and everything that he had come back for starting to fall apart. Did he have a moment where his emotion got the better of him? Yeah, not during a game, after a game. What you do after a game is your business. That you do it in front of your fans, that doesn't show weakness. I would argue that's strength. That's showing you the strength of Caleb Williams, that he's comfortable enough that he will let you, the fans, know that he feels bad because he let you down. And you as fans, if you're dumping on him because of that, then he's not the problem. You are. Caleb Williams has been an athlete of incredible merit. He's been a great teammate according to his team. There's rumors. Those rumors, you can't put too much to it. There have been people who've said that he lacks the makeup. There have been people, but look, there's other people who are saying the same things about everybody else. Without fail, Marvin Harrison Jr. is considered a generational talent, but almost the same number of people are saying the same thing about Caleb Williams. If you are looking for a player to get behind for your team, whether it be the Chicago Bears or any other team, Caleb Williams represents a potential generational player, a generational athlete, and dare I say it, one of the more passionate players in this game that gives you an incredible opportunity to win. Let me know what you think in the comments down below. Hit the like button, subscribe button, the bell to be notified. Let me know what you think of Caleb Williams. There are a lot of people, especially in Chicago, who are looking at Justin Fields, wanting Justin Fields to be that guy. But it should be noted, Caleb Williams does represent what many are saying is a generational talent, that he could be one of the greatest players, that they see a lot of Patrick Mahomes, dare I say, in Caleb Williams. Let me know what you think in the comments down below. Bear down, and we will talk to you again very, very soon.